Hello.
Hello everyone, welcome to New Horizons Race League Division 1 at round 15 of the championship. We're here at the Temple of Swede Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. Alongside me, Gamey Things. How are we and what we're doing? How are we feeling about Monza?
I'm not good in that hurry. And also, as for Italy in itself, well, it's another one of them legendary tracks and at the Temple of Speed, set forth, yada yada.
Yeah,
So,
mate, I
yeah,
can't. I just double check. Are you in the lobby or not, or have you just come back?
I'm joining the lobby.
Yeah, good news. We've got a 20-car grid.
Huzzah!
It's been a while since our last 20 car, and hopefully you should see some pretty good racing around here. It can get quite intense around Monza. I just want to apologise for the late start for everyone. We did have someone join the lobby who very awkwardly decided to stay around, even though he's about as welcome as COVID in the world at the minute.
That's not nice.
No, it was someone who got blacklisted and he's decided to show his face again. And he just chose instead of leaving, he'd prefer everyone to wait another 15 minutes for the lobby to get set up. But I'll leave him to his ready meals and his benefits, and we're gonna have a really good race today.
We have a problem.
Well, what's wrong?
It won't let me join. The lobby's full.
Is someone else spectating?
Well, I'm not in the lobby, and it says 22 out of 22 players in the lobby.
Try join now. Yeah, we do have a full car grid, but I was the only spectator at the ready up part.
I'm in.
Cool. SHR Ninja, the first time on the board, 118.7. This is teammate FR Dillon just behind him with 120.3. McLaren's coming. F1 Antics, so 120 flat. On the Alfa Romeos is coming up to line. That is Scanny. Yeah, I believe that was invalid. Let's rumble one of the Mercedes because they're going to be coming up to line. Where does J Marsh go? P2 120 flat again. George at 119.9. This is really close, guys. Pitch black P2 in the Ferrari. Times are coming in left, right, and centre. This is proving really good, guys. Where is one of the Hasses? That was. Where's he gone? No, there was someone else who crossed the line then. Where isn't the other McLaren? Leroy spinning through the Parabolica and hitting the inside barrier. He's got plenty of time to get that car pointed in the right way. Gamey, are you in the session or do you need a bit more help? Oh no, Ninja's just been disqualified. Gamey, you there, mate? Like when the Renault's coming through, yeah, they're all pitting. Set someone on outlap. Let's run with Super German. Roll as he's just go straight on at the first corner on his outlap. I want to head back up with Scanny see if he's on another flight. He's about 900 at the SUP. Be careful, nah, it's invalid. In the gravel and the rear end stepped out from underneath him. Yeah, is that a Renault or a Racing Point at the first corner? I think that's shifters, but I'm expecting him to have already done a lap, unless if he is going again on the mediums now. That's just in lap, not pushing on the ERS. Chance you to ride on board with really. Might as well head back down with Nhrl, who's going to get on for his flying lap. Snaky a couple of corners, could have attacked turn 3 a little bit harder. Was into the first chicane, good amount of curving, good on the exit. Maybe a little bit more curve on the exit. Attacks the Lesmos nicely, Lesmo 2. And very early on, which he does do, perfect. Deros open, charging down into Ascara now. Downhill section underneath the old banking. This where you feel the compression in your spine, so it levels out just in time to chuck it in for the 3 corner sequence of Ascari, keeps it on the road. And powering it down all the way to the Parabolica. How late does he brake? How early does he get the turn in? Late enough, and it's early enough.
Oh.
Which is a really inside line to the main straight, which is, I believe, is the right way to go, and it's done him well. The roll set in a 119.3.
Okay. Now, as we know, there are many places where every time we go to a track corner, we talk about like what corner is the killer.
The killer.
Yeah. And it's pretty obvious what corner is the killer corner.
Yep. Say it on 1, 2, 3. Ascari. Oh no, Leroy!
That is... What's happened?
I was just riding aboard Leroy. He's binned it at Ascari on the exit. We've seen it many times before. It's the usual accident really, but really shocking that Leroy didn't even get a time set in. Currently down in P16.
Please tell me we didn't cause that by just talking about it.
Well, I was riding on board with him.
And we were talking about it. Oh, and DJ's on a good one.
Oh, that's the... Mate, Lee, I'm so sorry, mate. That's like the ultimate commentator's curse. Oh, no.
That will bound to it at some point.
Yeah, but Leroy, though, is...
a commentator's curse yet.
A commentator's curse. Yeah, that's got to be up there. If we have awards at the end of the season for commentators' curses, that's got to be up there. Yeah, MDJ and Paul the 118.8.
It's like George hasn't fixed his internet problems from last week.
Now, some people are a bit in and out because there's some Muppets still trying to get back into the lobby for some reason. He knows he's not invited. Right, one of the racing points coming to the line. Oh god, who was that? That's... Eustace as a cat is binned it just after the final, the second Lesmo, sorry. I think that would be down to no traction and just getting on the power a little bit too aggressively. He's still got a time in a 19.3, as put in P6 at the moment.
That is fair enough. Oh, hey, that's why I saw Raceway do the exact same thing.
I don't know, man. There's a lot going on. It's one of the things with 20 car grids. I'm just trying to keep my eyes everywhere, and it's a bit impossible.
Don't know. When did Dylan go second?
Didn't realise. Looks like George's managed to get himself back in. Oh, H. Collins in the Haas has done the same as Leroy. Let's ride on board with Blue. We're going to see a stricken Haas at the edge. Well, it's in the middle of the circuit.
Oh.
Let's hope everyone else is negotiating that Haas safely.
That will slightly affect a flying lap where that car is.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not really a lot the guys can do about that. Connors has had an accident, and a shame really on his very brief retirement from Nhrl, and he's been negotiated back onto the grid.
And normally the game would also help you with flying lap racing, but to clarify, we turn that off.
So Shifters has just gone pole with a 1:18.6, 2 temps splitting him and his teammate. We're on board with Raceway now in the Red Bull, still yet to set a time. Way too cautious for Ascari.
Don't know.
Yeah?
I don't know if I've just realised this, but are we missing one of our main programs?
No, I think they're all here.
Right, has Cameron changed his or something?
Oh no, Cameron, he is not available today. Asachar Ninja has stepped up to fill his seat, and he's done him a really good job of getting himself disqualified in qualifying. I think Cameron's doing something with his family this week, so I think he'll be back next time out in Singapore.
That's a brilliant track to return to. Luke back going up in third.
Yeah, left from a good lap from Raceway, 1:20.4, a little bit more time to find. We're on board with Reese and the Williams now, who's coming through the Parabolica.
The Italians have some great names, don't they?
Oh, it's P9 from the Williams, 90.6. We've got another Red Bull coming through, is that... No, that would be Roll, I don't know if... Oh, he's invalid, one of the Ranos maybe, but it'll be MDJ on another outlap. Might as well ride on board with him for the whole lap. You okay to take this one, Gamey? I hate to be a pain, but I'm really needing a toilet break.
Alright, I can do it.
Yeah, let's go through with MDJ for his lap. I'm really sorry about this.
So MDJ in the start of the season, the lapping gets around turn 1 and 2 quite well. Obviously, Cameron is not here, so this will most likely become an inter-battle between the two Renaults. Hopefully that inter-battle doesn't turn a Mercedes in Spain in at 16. Yes, that would be fun. So he goes around first, no, there's not. Oh, that was wobbly there. He gets perfectly used to the DRS. Drive like a madman. Here comes his story. Oh, I thought I said, didn't I? Oh, that's no, you're not lagging, doesn't it look a little bit interesting. And we go. Will is goes around the final corner, the parabolic again. Great name in that final corner. Tight line, and here we go, across the line. Does he improve? Yes, and wow, that is not much.
How about that for timing? I think that was a good lap.
Well, look, he's just got pole by just.
What's that? Oh, that's milliseconds. It's like 12 hundredths. Well, no, not hundredths, thousands. Well, 12 thousandths of a second.
Well, I did say it might be inter-battle between the two Renaults now that Cameron's in the gone, Walter as you are gone, so not anything splitting those and the yellow cars.
Blue not having the best of runs.
Pitch black across the line.
Oh, pitch, where is he? P5? Still P5. Gonna run board with his teammate. DXS is invalid.
Whoa! Jesus!
FR Dylan to... no. Pit lane. Run board with Shifters then. He is on a fine lap.
I'm gonna follow Blue. Blue in the pit.
It's a very stable lap here from Shifter's use. It looks like he's got good control of his car.
Don't say something about Nhrl.
Tulana is pole by 3/10.
Woo!
It's
Not much
really
of a
setting
run
the
now.
benchmark.
Blue goes 6th.
See,
Now, I would love it.
Just coming back in.
Oh, that's a big rock up there.
Williams.
Now, I would absolutely love it, Connor, if an R race turns out like in Italy last season.
But like with a shock winner, for all we know, F1 Antics could win this race if how Monza turns out.
Well, Pierre Gasly won that one, so yeah, why not?
It's a very busy workload it was, 20 cars trying to see who's coming through on a hot lap.
Yeah, that does make this race fantastic.
Scani has an invalid, Luke Beck, invalid, Blue, a spat, oh sorry, Blue's now span at Ascari.
Or is it in crash at Ascari?
His car looks okay, it's like he's lost the rear end a bit.
F1 Antics is slightly better in sector 2. Whoa!
Oh, Shifters! I think he's called it a day in the pits. Got worried because I did see a Renault behind F1 Antics.
I have just seen F1 Antics with the loss of rear end at the end of the sky I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah, if F1 Antics, if you want that as a bit of content for your Instagram, you're more than welcome to.
Oh,
see,
that's not going to help you, Dylan.
J Marsh up into P7. For Dylan.
I don't see it.
Oh my god, that's... Oh no! Stop trying to crash on purpose, there's people behind you, man.
Well, he crashed on purpose.
Yeah, if that were the race, he'd be penalised to high heaven.
Look at his qualified.
Yeah, no.
DDX hasn't set a time yet.
Saving his best till last.
But he is about to. Now, but what is his best? Normally he's been up there for the last few races, so...
Well, I know he's more than capable of setting a 118, let's see if he does.
Here we go!
It's a 19.1, but it still puts him P5. That's qualifying, already.
That is good enough. Yeah. If we started on time, we would have a breeze through this.
I think it's a little bit more of a hectic quali than I was expecting to, let alone with the fact we've got 2 drivers actually disqualified from qualifying. Right, your top 3 then. Drivers' Championship leader Shifters Merksy, pole position for Renault ahead of his championship teammate MDJ P2 and FR Dillon P3 in the AlphaTauri. How close everyone is to each other. Let alone, how many? 5 people? Do you really set a time? I'd love to know afterwards, particularly from Ninja's point of view, about his DNF, because I wasn't riding on board with him when it happened. I say DNF, it was his DSQ, so I'm not 100% sure.
I think I saw that actually.
All it takes is to be facing the wrong way for a certain amount of time. Yeah, I wasn't on board with him, so I don't know how it
all I
happened.
saw was all I saw was he was just parked on the side of the road. That's all I saw.
Probably a bit stationary for too long, trying to let some people by. Shame really, because I honestly think he could have challenged for pole, and I think he's going to have his evening's work cut out for him. Like, Monza's not the easiest to overtake on.
You can surprised they're saying how much straight there is.
Hey, we'll see what happens.
Now, I bet you we will have the safety car.
Oh, guaranteed. It just depends who's going to cause it. Yeah, again.
And it'll most likely be out the Ascari.
Yeah, well, I don't know if any other corners that they can crash on that would lead up with a safety car. Right, full grid rundown. Might as well do it now because there is a lot of them. Drivers' Championship leader Shifters Merksy on pole position ahead of his Championship lead rival teammate MDJ P2 for the Renault. FR Dillon, really good job P3 for the AlphaTauri with the absence of his usual teammate today. Not Luke Beck, highest qualifying drivers of the Division 2 reserves. It's P4 for the Haas driver. We've got a DXS P5 in the Ferrari. Their home race, so I wouldn't say it's a bad qualifying from either Ferrari driver today. P5 and 6, sixth place for Pitch Black at the start. We've got Blue, P7 for Racing Point. Jay Marsh down in 8th for Mercedes. Roll getting himself into the top 10 again for Red Bull. And it's Justus Cat on his debut for Nhrl tonight. It's P10 for the Racing Point. We've got Reece 17 ran out the top 10 in 11th for Williams. Raceway P12 for Red Bull. F1 Antics down P13 for McLaren. Scani on his long-awaited return to Nhrl with a one-off around Monza today. He's 14th Alfa Romeo. H. Collins P15 for Haas, stepping up after his brief retirement as Carp's P16 in the Williams. And then we've got Taze Leroy P17 in the McLaren, crashing in qualifying. Hakim had been a little bit of a naughty boy last week, so qualifying ban puts the Alfa Romeo reserve down in 18th, and SHR Ninja being disqualified from qualifying puts the AlphaTauri on the back row, with George also being disqualified, rounding out the grid P20 for the Mercedes driver.
You don't even want to know what I've been seeing.
I've seen some of it as well.
Right, you've seen my lag.
I didn't really see lag, I just saw some questionable driving from people on the formation lap.
Well, what I've seen was cars and playing ping pong with them at the walls because of lag. I get caught on my internet.
Well, they've all lined up now. Do you want to take us through lights out?
Which I think we have, and I have the greatest camera angle ever. Thank you, because we have 5 red lights. And they go. Are they going? There you go. They're off now. Yeah, side by side, and which Renault will be leading into turn one. Oh, there's one. A lot of bumps, Oh, hello, Dylan. There's some wing damage there.
I think a few of the midfield and the back markers have got wing damage going through turn 1 as they head toward turn 4 now. Oh, there's a car on the wall. Don't know who that was. As he pops behind the graphic. We're snaking through the Lesmos.
Somehow we've ended up with a Renault who's back in 1-2. Oh, right, it's nearly a mistake, Shifters. Someone's off. I think that might have been F1 Antics.
Yeah, F1 Antics spinning, coming out of the
struggling.
First Lesmo.
He's really struggling. Oh, but Luke back!
Oh my god, who was that?
Oh, GBX! Cards is out! Cards is out!
Collins doing the usual accident at Ascari that what we'd normally be expecting. Surprising no safety car early on. The top two, they're just running away with it.
Dylan does have damage, so this might be interesting.
Just going to dive down the inside. I mean, the gap was there, but he chose not to. Didn't go a little bit deep. Was going to compromise his exit out of 2.
It might mean some side-by-side action. Oh, DBX, are you going to chuck it? He's chucked it! Is he through?
Very comfortably. Oh, pitch.
Yeah,
oh, pitch is round. Half spin for the Ferrari.
Oh, no! He's dropped down to 10th.
He's kept it running though. That could honestly, that could have been a hell of a lot worse. Got a bit too ambitious on an overtake into the first Lesmo. Nhrl Sky rolls, getting a bit out of shape on the curbing. Just got blue behind it. Oh, that Ferrari pitch is really struggling through Ascari. Is that Carps? Yeah, Carps has gone for a spin.
Yeah.
He is okay. He's just trying to.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see it. He's just trying to find the right gear to point himself in the correct direction. Got Scanny overtaking Raceway for P12.
There's a lot of action on the main straight. Here we go. Here we go. I think it's going through. Meanwhile, on the front. Oh, that is a what's Cox doing?
Is he stuck?
No, he's purposely walking across the circuit and stuff. You have to see this.
I'll double check because there is action going on. I doubt he's just going to pull out on purpose and hold her back in. You need to focus on the front because it's very tight between P3 and P for the rest of the grid by the looks of it. Very quickly there will be a 4-way train going down into turn 1.
Everyone's still relatively quite close. I think that's Dylan in the pits.
Yeah, there was a very early stop there from Dylan.
Luke Beck trying on the outside of the Ferrari. He switches on the inside. They're still side by side though. The battle for the final podium spot. And DBX. Oh, Luke Beck, your penalty. Oh, blue.
Has that blue gone for a spin?
Dude. Oh no, shit happens and now he's missing an end plate.
This is a cat on the outside of Luke Beck.
Finish on pitch.
Oh my god.
Shifters has overtaken his teammate.
Just saying, man, there's a lot of action here in the midfield. Roller's lagged out, everyone hope he's got enough invites.
Well, I know, but you saw Burton. I just witnessed Shifters get past his teammate on the sky.
Well, they are close, so let's ride on board with them because the two teammates trading places.
Oh no! Oh, hello, useless. Are you useless after all? No, he isn't, because he's just overtaken from 4th. I think. Oh, hey, what happened to Luke? Luke's had a spin.
Luke has a spin coming out of the second chicane. I'm gonna head back down. Where's another close by? Well, Pitch and J Marsh apparently. No, Jim Marsh up the road. It's Roll with his lagged out car. Or Scanny trying to make a move on the Ferrari. Ooh.
20 car race, give excitement! And because like
very slow moving Williams in sector 1. Hope he's not going to start causing any issues. George is climbing his way up. Looks like DRS is working really well in the Mercedes. Taste Leroy, he's going to send it into turn 1 on the Mercedes. Neatly round the outside. Is he going to get the traction? Indeed he does. The softs on the Merc.
yeah!
Not as good as they were at the start of the race. George is trying to find back. Leroy is weaving a little bit, trying to keep his position. But he's left George with no other space to go.
Well, that's fair enough.
John Boulder. Oh, Scanny!
No,
Ninja and Scanny!
Where's big accidents?
Only a VSC for that. I can still see bits of wishbone flying down the straight. Scanny just lost it coming out of the second Lesmo, and Ninja just rear-ended him. Could be a cheap pit stop for the front runners. They've chosen not to come in.
Is anyone going to? Is it worth it at this track?
Probably not, because the soft should be about 30-40%. The tyre life is expected up until lap 14, so if anyone coming in from the softs at this time, it would be the mother of all undercuts. And I'd also expect them to go to the hards, because I doubt the mediums would actually make it to the end.
Well, Marsh and Pitch Black has done exactly that. They pitted and they went to the hards.
Oh, it is a gamble of the cheap pit stop.
I mean, it could work, we don't know.
We'll have to wait and see. Honestly, I feel bad for Ninja, because I thought he was going to put on a really good show today. No, he's only the second driver after Collins to DNF. Yeah, hang on. How the hell has that happened with Scanny and he's still in the race?
Well, he didn't get any damage from it.
Very, very dangerously negotiating Ascari. Let's head back up with the top 2. Let's see if Shifters is going to make a move on his teammate, and I think he will. A little bit of teamwork here needed from the top 2, just so that they can work themselves away from the rest of the field. So we head back down to DXS, see Usus in the racing point, not close enough to make a move.
I don't... If some people... Do you know what I'm worried about, Donna?
What's up?
I am worried that with obviously this happening as we're seeing right now, with the 2 Renaults trading positions just going on with themselves at the front, I'm worried that certain people will find this a very boring race, even though we've got plenty of other accidents.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I've just seen Blue at the back. I believe he's been spun at turn 3. Holy, careful.
Question, what's the weirdest place you've ever seen a crash in?
The weirdest place I've ever seen a crash around here?
Yeah, either it be online or...
I don't know. I know it was a pilot going down the main straight. I did just notice
I remember...
Shifter's going through turn 2 did actually get spanned by his teammate. There was a heavy yellow, and MDJ was pulled away, so I don't know if there was an altercation between the two runners there.
Ah, useless, cannot get past that barrage. You know, he's trying with DRS now, actually. I think he's going to run out of room. Yes, no, he'd be really... Oh, good.
Yeah, Blue's called it a day in the pit lane. Not his day today. Best of luck in Division 2 next week, man.
We got a battle between Miles and King William. Right, must be his teammate there. So DBX is in.
Yeah, I believe that was the first legitimate strategy pit stop of the race. Yeah, sounds about right. Mediums can go about 22 laps, I think, maximum.
Oh, whoa, hang on!
Instead of screaming, let me know where it's happening.
No, what, so, do you know how you say that, you know when we said that, that strategy with, Martin Pittsburgh, the motor from the oval undercuts is what they did in the BSC? Well, it worked, they came out in front of DBX. Alright, we got two Williamses on the first leg both. I think the two Williamses came together on Lesmo 1.
Like, they shouldn't have done, because Carps was a lap down. He should have been well clear of his teammate.
Well, I saw both of them tracking Cox is just rallying. Cox, what the hell are you doing? So Shifters is in. How angry would you say Shifters would be if the safety car gets deployed right now?
I'd say quite annoyed, but with the amount of championship leaders got, I wouldn't worry if anything goes wrong at the minute. I think Shifters is well over 25 points clear of his teammate. Oh, Carps has finally binned it. I think he's binned it at the pit entry wall. No, it's yeah, I think he's crashed into the pit entry wall. It's brought out the safety car. And this is really going to help the likes of Jay Marsh and Pitch and anyone else who's on the mediums at the moment. And DJ, he's going to hope he's got enough of a gap. Useless needs to come in. Leroy should be able to stay out for a little bit. Awkward thing for Leroy now is it would be very nice to go on to a set of mediums, but I'll be interested to see what tyres the McLaren goes on to. And it is that the hards? It is.
So, Shifters managed to go out in second.
just shy of half race distance, and everyone is still yet to come out of the pits. You see Roll shoot himself up back into the top 10.
You know, do you know who's benefited quite nicely from this safety car?
Well, I was going to say the Ferrari of pitch, but he's chose to pit again under the safety car.
Yeah, look at fourth and fifth.
I think Lee has done that on merit, F1 Antics. I don't think he's actually pitted yet. No, he hasn't. He's the only car on track that hasn't pitted.
But then it's definitely helped out Leroy this and that for the couple. I don't know.
Well, hopefully Leroy can get some kind of turf his teammate as his teammate pushes him onto the grass.
They've been getting pounded.
Well, Division 1 still have the luxury of having them removed, so Leroy and Antics, I wouldn't worry about that too much. Just make sure it doesn't happen again.
Alright, and why should I say go? I'm going to have a look to actually go myself for what you did it.
Yeah, no worries. So while we're in the safety car period, let's have a look at biggest winners and losers from the start of the race. Biggest winner, George, up from 20th on the grid, currently P7. Really good drive there to avoid all the early carnage that we had in the race. And biggest loser overall was Blue, down 18th for his DNF at the biggest losers running. FR Dillon and Notleak back from the second row, down in P12 and 13. Reese, the only driver opting for the softs. And he is going to have enough time to catch back up, and I beg for gamer's sake that he can get back here in time, because I think they're going to be going again this lap. So anyone watching, if you want to comment who you're supporting, who you think's been the big surprise so far, what do you think's going to happen, let you know your predictions in the comments. As MDJ leading at the moment by about half a second on the safety car from his teammate. He's going to want this to last for the rest of the race. He's got a bit of ground to claw back in the Drivers' Championship, but Renault, as a constructor, you might as well give them the championship now. Well over 100 points clear of second place AlphaTauri. Let's say that again, this is one long safety car. You back, Gamey?
I'm back.
Not really a lot changed, I've just done biggest winners and losers, and the only car on the track opting for the soft tyres at the restart would be Reese down in P16. If he has another set of softs available, it can work a little bit of magic for him.
The strategy calls is one of the things that makes this sport more interesting.
Yeah, safety cars around Monza, I think they can be your best friend or your worst nightmare, depending on what tyre compound you're on. I think Raceway in the pits again, he's going to have to catch up quite rapidly, as they will be going this lap.
Yeah, same.
Looking at the current order now, Gamey, what's your biggest surprise of drivers in regards to their positions?
Well, to be fair, I don't. Obviously, might be an useless, it is the first race, so we can't really give a explanation if it's good or bad. His position currently in third, but Lee's one area, but remember he's had to pull off a pretty good drive, so that would be pretty good. As for surprises, no offence, it's been so much about the very reasons, and not weeks to make everyone surprised that we're as for the other Ferrari, yeah, of DX, he's out of position.
Yeah, still trying to get a lot of temperature, and if I'm gonna be brutally honest, I think the biggest surprise is that the Renaults are still leading 1-2. They need to capitalise on this as much as they can. And MGJ with a hell of a restart.
Slingshot!
Well over a 10th clear. Don't think there's any changes of position as of yet. Looks like there's changes in the midfield. Pitch black under attack from FR Dillon and not Luke Beck. 3 wide into turn 1.
Oh, you utter idiot!
Oh. Yeah, looked quite deep there from the AlphaTauri. Yeah, sorry man.
F1 Antics is being swamped now.
Just gonna have to show a blue screen at the minute. I want to make sure Roll can get back into the lobby. What's happened?
He completely, I don't know if he lost or he got touched, but he went for a spin and now he's down in last.
Yeah, if I didn't get him past Roll.
George, hello there! The Mercedes and the Ferrari going to blaze past that Williams.
F1 Antics struggling on ERS now. He's got to let the Ferrari by.
He should have hit the Mercedes.
Yeah, I think.
But now, will the Ferrari try on the Mercedes? Oh, yes, he does! But Mercedes will have the inside of turn 1, which will turn to the outside of turn 2, and the Ferrari's through.
Yeah, Luke Beck calling it a day in the pit lane. Kind of game over when something like that happens.
But the Merc will fight it off again. And tries it, but he doesn't. No, hey up. Nope.
There's a hell of a lot of action going on here, and most of it, really good racing. We've got lots of drivers jostling for position. Right aboard with FR Dillon in this little midfield train. J Marsh having not the best of exits out of the second Lesmo. Oh my god, Dillon, be careful, man. There he is, a little looked at. There's another one on the Ferrari.
Don't get any damage, guys.
DRS enabled after this brief safety car stint. It's going to be very tight now. I see J Marsh on F1 Antics. F1 Antics weaving all over the straight. J Marsh is actually going to be aggravating the Mercedes driver, I think. He's not really got anywhere to send it. Oh, he gets tapped by the Ferrari at the back. Raceway as well, tagging him.
I was going to say about Raceway, he nearly pulled off a double overtake.
Down inside Raceway on the Ferrari, he's missed his speaking point, he's took the Ferrari to the runoff with him. I'm pretty sure Pitch will receive a very firm apology from Red Bull after this. This actually cost the Ferrari an end plate as well. I swear Ferrari never really have good luck at Monza, even on a good day.
Oh!
DXS with a penalty.
That was on the Ascari, that must have been. MPJ checking out a bit.
Well, Leroy on the inside of Useless makes his presence known.
His next presence more than known, Connor. He's through.
Yeah, welcome to Nhrl, Useless.
He'll have to immediately defend now. Oh!
Ooh, on the gravel. Chucking up a little bit of dirt, but he's still okay to continue. Tyre shouldn't be hindered too much from that. I want to head back down to this midfield fight with Hakim. This is Will to Will with F1 Antics. F1 Antics pushing him into the barrier. Only minor contact, but it's enough. I'd be very surprised if that Alfa Romeo got through unscathed. I'm hoping for another camera angle. Let's see if we can see any damage on the Alfa Romeo. And Hussey's coming through Ascari. Yeah, right end plate is now missing.
Okay, so it looks like every lap the Renault is just swapping the positions just because.
I think Shift just is biding his time. He knows DJ will be using his fuel and his EOS to try and stay ahead.
These guys talk to each other throughout the race.
I think so. It must be effective communication because they're about 3 seconds clear of the rest of the field.
I can't just speak. Leroy for penalty.
It's going to buy Eustace a little bit of time.
Different levels of wrong. The battle for third is really hot.
Yeah, Eustace with a penalty as well. It's only 3 seconds. That 5 seconds could be removed from Leroy at the end of the race, so no, because Leroy's off the track. Change of underwear needed down at McLaren. Leroy really covering. Oh, he's backing off so he can have the DRS down the main straight. Quite clever.
Now I wonder what the Renaults are going to choose. Because it's clear those guys are gossip, like not swapping positions every single lap, it would seem. So I wonder if they're going to finish if Shift is winning for like winning the championship, or will they do it for MPJ? So it's going to make it a little more interesting.
Well, they've got a friendly rivalry in the way of the team must come first, and it's working very well. But in terms of their inter-team drivers, they will do whatever they can to secure a 1-2, but they will also be free to race. Well,
Leroy's in the wall!
Oh, I completely missed that. Oh my god.
The dream recovery has failed!
He's going to be fuming with that. End plate gone as well. Guaranteed pit stop needed.
George is in fifth!
George not carrying the penalty. Maybe if George can claw a little bit more ground. Podium for George, not completely impossible.
That would be a recovery in that for his BS internet problem from last week.
I think Leroy going through Ascari again has had another tank slapper, bringing out the yellows down into the final corner. As Nhrl Scanias is attacking the Mercedes.
Different tyre choices. Some people have mediums.
Oh, that's a Ferrari. That's Pitch. Pitch is in the barrier at Ascari. Lee has also retired. Pitch Black has retired.
Whoa!
I think Pitch has retired on track.
F1 Antics is in the gravel in Parabolica. Reason being is because of the man who just pitted.
Team Mercedes can work together now to try and clear the Alfa Romeo in front of them, then set the sights on DXS for a potential podium finish for both drivers. Both of these drivers not carrying a penalty.
Also, we may have Battle of the Modes.
Battle of the what, sorry?
Battle of the Modes, maybe. DRS! Going in for George, but can he overtake? No. Nope.
He's coming back at him.
He's going to try it.
To wheel with Scani into the chicane. Who's going to come out on top? Looks like the Alfa Romeo, yeah.
That's gave him under threat.
All of this slobbering for position, it's letting Raceway and FR Dillon catch up a little bit. Could have a five-way fight here, which would be nice to see. Scani, millimetres clear. Gets a bit out of shape though. But somehow manages to keep his momentum, and the overtake from Mercedes now bringing him back into position. Yeah, he overtakes him for the Parabolica, but he's, George will now be the hunted down the main straight. FR Dillon finding more space than he ever thought he could. Round the outside of the Parabolica, the extra speed and DRS.
Wow!
Another safety car. Oh, perfect timing there from FR Dillon.
So, why is there a safety car? Oh, that's why!
Yeah, I think one of the Williams binned it at the final corner.
No, it was the Williams of Rees, and he crashed him at guess where?
Pitwall?
No.
Yeah, I hope not, but I know it was on track.
It was in the,
oh no, sorry, he was at Ascari, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I'm having a bit of brain fade from earlier in the race.
So then, strategy.
Right, question now at Renault is, do they double stack? Well, I think they've kind of got no choice.
Well, I think they might be, because they've just pulled them a 5-second gap to each other.
Yeah, so MDJ is going to lose out on this. By how many positions we yet to see.
No, they're all pitting with him.
Yeah, but he's going to get held up with traffic. Tyres off. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds wasted there from MDJ. Gets out in front of the Ferrari. Will he jump? No, he's lost out to the racing point. Both Mercedes choosing to stay out. Let's double check the tyres. Yeah, Mercedes are good to go to the end. With this little 2-lap odd safety car, yeah, they will be able to conserve the tyre life.
Don't forget Dillon also.
Dillon carrying a penalty there. Let's double check how bad it is. 6 seconds. Yeah, if he's not careful, he's going to find himself off the podium. If I was Dillon, if the Mercedes do come for him, I recommend that he just doesn't fight them.
Well, it's easy to say that, he doesn't lead the race.
Well, I hardly doubt he's going to pull 6 seconds in 2 laps.
Maybe not with the freshness of 4th, 5th and 6th.
That's what everyone needs, just waiting for the back end guys to catch up. Hakim down in P11 alongside with F1 Antics down at
I would
turn 3.
absolutely love it if we see one decent Mercs on the podium.
A double Merc podium. I think some people might call that rigged, but I'll call it a stroke of luck. I mean, if the Renaults are as quick as they claim they can, the Mercedes pair will be easy pickings for them. So we'll see what happens. But they are going to fight tooth and nail. Mercedes know they can get a 1-2.
I actually like how the leading car at this point is an AlphaTauri. Just thought I'd throw that in.
Sorry, I was just going to say they should be green flag racing again from lap 26. They're not going to have DRS, are they?
No, they're not going to have DRS at all.
They're going to have to do it old school then, which normally means very close drag races down that big long main straight.
Now it's going to be difficult for these top 3 to hold them at 4th, 5th and 6th behind them, because 4th and 6th on pressure rates for a little bit. So God, no.
Yep.
2 laps of hard racing, you up for it?
Yeah, let's go. Like, can the safe car just pull aside now? Let it happen?
It's going to be like the final 2 laps of last week's race.
Just trying to think. I think George will be very kind enough to hold the pack back for his teammate. I'm just trying to recall if Jay Marsh has actually won in Nhrl. He's won in Division 2 in his championship year back in Season 3, I believe, back in the F2 cars. I don't think he's ever won in Division 1. Jay Marsh chasing down his first Division 1 win here today.
He would have guessed that. But it is in the right of Dylan to say let's go now. Yeah,
well, he's gone.
He's caught
Shifters with a hell of a restart, but he can't do anything with it until he's crossed the line. That could potentially be an illegal overtake.
Well, the game hasn't said anything.
Yeah, like I said, George will fight the Renault tooth and nail to help his teammate. So down the inside, there's not a lot he can do on those soft tyres, and Jay Marsh is vulnerable now on the fresh softs of the Renault. What can he do? Absolutely nothing. I think they've misinterpreted the amount of grip there as George pushing MDJ onto the grass.
The problem is with that, the reason why that happened with Shifters and the Mercs is because Dylan just bolted, and also the Mercs nothing.
I think MDJ is going to have George into Ascari. Yeah, George choosing not to fight it. Don't make it any more difficult than he has to. Potentially P4 finisher for George. MDJ is desperate to get in front of the Mercedes. It's almost like he can't wait for the main straight, because there's no guarantee he's going to get the move done. He has to overtake Jay Marsh for track position. Oh yeah, but
what kind
like
of
I said,
it's that?
The Mercedes, they've misinterpreted how good the softs are at the restart. They've all just got the drive coming out of the final corner.
Back in the lead.
Oh, getting bumped into turn 1. Yeah, like I said, Shifters breezing past Dylan for the lead of the race, but can MDJ secure the Renault 1-2 with FR Dylan's 6-second penalty with half a lap to go? Oh, the drive again. The drive out of the corners, but he doesn't have the track to go for the move. Unless he can do anything now, like MDJ using rich and overtake, as will Jay Marsh.
Here we go!
It's going to be a drag race down to the Parabolica. MDJ looking for every bit of track he can. He's wheel to wheel.
Whoa!
Jay Marsh pushed him on the grass, but I think that was more or less MDJ being a bit desperate. Gonna have to on board with shifters. He's coming around the Parabolica now. He will take extend his championship lead. He wins the Italian Grand Prix ahead of FR Dillon, but who's going to get the final podium spot? It's J Marsh P2, MGJ P3, DXS P4 and FR Dillon. I think after all of that he should be happy with P5. I'm lost for words at the end of that one. George Drive of the Day, from 20th on the grid to wherever he finished. As long as it was in the points, he's done really, really well.
He finished. He finished 6th.
I think me and you would take that, you know, starting 20th and having a P6 at the end. I think he'd be happy with that. Right, yeah. The full race rundown then. Shifters Merxy extending his championship lead. It's a win at the Italian Grand Prix for the Renault driver. Jay Marsh in his P2 for Mercedes, MDJ P3 for Renault, DXS P4 for the home hero at Ferrari, FR Dillon, the penalties dropping him back to P5. George P6 for the Mercedes, starting 20th, really good drive. Uses a cat on his debut, scores points for Racing Point down in 7th. Ascani on his brief Nhrl return, P8 for the Alfa Romeo driver. F1 Antics P9, really good stuff. Consistency being shown there from the Division 2 reserve driver. And race rate rounding out the points, P10 for Red Bull. We've got Hakim down in P11 for Alfa Romeo. Roll a lap down, P12 for Red Bull, and your non-finishers were Reese, Taze Leroy, Pitch Black, Not Leap Beck, Carps, Blue, SHR Ninja, and H. Collins. Right, I'm going to try and get them in. Oh, that was a really nice finish. If I'm honest, I was kind of rooting for Jay Marsh there to try and get the win. But the Renaults are not exactly pushovers. Yeah, like I said, they misjudged how good the softs were, unless if it was the plan of stay out, see where they could end up finishing. But it's a P2 for Jay Marsh. I think as a team they should be happy with the results they've got today. While I wait for them, I'm gonna double check the weather for Singapore.
I've just been kicked from the lobby.
I think we've got all of them anyway. If you're right to stick around and ask a couple of questions, Gamey. I'm going to start the interview with MDJ. P3, probably not. Well, definitely not the. Definitely not the easiest of races for you, getting quite out by the safety car at the end, but takes for your race, was it really lost at the end with that final safety car?
No, definitely not. I mean, I thought we I could have fought for a P2. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that I'm still getting that P2 since I've been pushed off track on the straight. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
We don't really offer time penalties out for being pushed off the track, but take us through. At the safety car restart, you were down the positions with your teammate. Were you under much pressure? Did you think that with your fresh softs you'd be able to clear the traffic?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I've got nothing else really to ask on top of that. I've got Singapore next week. How confident are you around Marina Bay?
I'm actually fine in Singapore. I mean, I've done my practice earlier this week, so I mean, I think I should be fighting for the win or P2 again.
Hoping to see you up there again. Yeah, probably not the result that you wanted today, but still, it was a really good job on bringing it home today in P3. Really good job. Keep your chin up. Right, going to move on to P2 then. Someone I don't think I've spoken to in a Division 1 race. Jay Marsh.
Hello.
Long time no see. A little bit of a busy race, I think, for you and your teammate. Just take us through your race perspective today, leading up until the final safety car.
Yeah, we was very busy. Lots of moves and weird strategies going on. Yeah, there's some weird stuff I saw during the race, but then come the final safety car, it was a very welcomed sight come the end.
Yes, going off that safety car restart, I'm assuming you and George were talking to each other beforehand. Did you honestly think you could hold off the entire grid who'd pitted for fresh softs behind you, or was it a case of let's stay out, we'll see where we finish at the end of all of this?
Well, where we were going to both come on softs. We basically were planning to do the opposite of what everyone else did. Because if we pitted, we'd have lost like one position between us because we had like a 40-second gap. So it's a case of, okay, we've got a big gap behind. We saw everyone else coming in, and we just thought, why not? Just go for it. Might get a 1-2, who knows? Obviously, they were very fast, the Renaults, but that's to be expected. We thought just might as well try something. Nearly got put into a wall by one of them who seems to think that I was responsible for something, but hey, we'll leave that to the stewards. But all in all, we are very, very happy.
Just want to give a brief comment on your teammate's drive today. I know that he did suffer a little bit on the final lap, but P20 to P6, I think as a team, you'll take this as a really good result.
Oh yeah, he's an absolute unit. He deserved that. He says he's made one overtake on track the whole time he's been here, and still got loads of points. Well, he's gone and got 14 or so today. So yeah, he done very, very well. I'm sure he's very happy with that.
I'm proud of the pair. A really good job bringing it home today with a tough competition at the end. Right, going to move on to race winner, Shifters. It's another win. It's at Monza. Is this rank as one of your best wins? Because yeah, that was very easy toward the end, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't particularly easy when Mikey accidentally punted me and spinning me around. I have no grudges against that, by the way, just for the record. Yeah, I think this is one of my best wins, and Monza, Belgium, those two under the belt, I think that's the two wins I really wanted most, and I have it now, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, the championship's edging ever closer to yourself and to Renault. You think you're kind of checking out now as a team and as a driver? Or is there still a bit more time on the table for someone to bounce back?
Not over till it's over. That's all I have to say.
Nice mentality. Like I said, Singapore next week. How are you feeling about that one?
If it's raining, then well, crap, because I don't like rain in Singapore. If it's dry, then it shouldn't be too bad, but let's pray it's not raining over in Singapore tonight. No, next week.
Well, the weather report is saying predicted scattered thunderstorms.
Not
so
surprised.
may want a little bit of wet practice in, but I'm going to need some clarification later in the week as soon as I get the more accurate reports in. But possible wet weather, I think we'll have to deal with it as it comes. Or to be fair, I think we could just hack him to look out the window come Friday night.
I'll ask Hakim, he'll do the weather report for us. I mean, the guy lives near the city, so...
He lives in Singapore, he's literally there. Just tell him, put your hand out the window, how much rain's coming down, we'll have to sort something out.
Oh well,
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it's going to be a hell of a race in Singapore. I'm going to have to round it off there then, guys. Really well done on the three of you. Any trial activity for next week? Like I said, Division 1, round 16 next week in Marina Bay. Hopefully we're going to have a nice turnout for the Singapore Grand Prix. If you enjoyed seeing what you did here today, then tune in on the Division 2 channel. Thursday next week they will be heading around Monza, and anyone for the IndyCar Championship Tuesday, you guys heading for the Texas Motor Speedway. It's going to be about 124 laps worth of hell, so I can't wait for that. As for me, Gamey is now no longer here. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week at Singapore.